2026 for me has become the year of the Nintendo Switch 2. I'll admit I had the Nintendo Switch 1, but for some reason I didn't play it that much. I don't know. I didn't find myself enjoying it. It didn't seem as high tech. It didn't flow with me. I've always been an Xbox guy. I'm still an Xbox guy. But whenever I finally got the Switch 2, it completely changed my mind. I found myself thinking about bringing this with me, going on trips, going camping, going in bed. I just wanted to take it with me everywhere I went, which meant everywhere I went, I was always thinking about it, and I was holding it a lot in my hands, as you do whenever you play the Nintendo Switch. But in doing that, I began to realize, as much as I love this design, the Joy-Cons to me just left a lot to be desired. And that's what led into me trying out lots of different Switch 2 cases that either have the built-in Joy-Con holders, I guess you can say, that fit all the way around it, which would make it more comfortable. There's been lots of different Joy-Con individual kind of cases that go around it, such as the Coops P2, which is probably still my favorite one. I've checked out some J6 and a couple others, and honestly, there's a lot of good options out there. But whenever I first got this, there weren't any third-party options. Well, the Hyperion 3s came out, and I was super excited to get my hands on those. I'll admit, I reached out to Hyperion, and they told me that I was a little bit too late with their phase of pushing it to creators, so I bought it myself, and honestly, I loved it. Compared to these Joy-Cons, the Nixie Hyperion 3s have been incredible. I've been using them for the last month or two, but then I reached out to Mobapad to try theirs since they just came out with their Joy-Cons, and they actually agreed to send these to me, but I'm not going to let that affect my opinion whatsoever. So I guess it's like half sponsored, but it's not really sponsored. They just sent it to me, and they said that I could give any review that I wanted to. Just a little spoiler, I think they're both amazing, but I thought I was going to lean towards the Nixie Hyperion 3s, but I actually kind of lean towards the Mobapad a little bit more now. So yeah, let's unbox this together. Okay, so I got the Nixie Hyperion 3 controller right here. Something I will admit is that I have been using this for about a month already. And I'll be honest, guys, I absolutely love this thing. I love using it more than the typical Joy-Cons, even the typical Joy-Cons with the different covers that I put on it, such as the Coop ones, which are right here, which I love these. And if I were to use the regular Joy-Cons, these are my favorite ones right here. They just feel good in the hand, the texture, everything like that. They have the Nintendo Switch colors. But ever since I've gotten this, I've been spoiled using these. Right here is the Joy-Cons themselves. So it came with this little middle that you can take on and off, of course. What I do love about it is it does have a USB charging port on there. But guys, this just feels so stinking good in the hand. And I guess I have decently big size hands, and it fits them so good. Has the controllers on the back, which I do have one negative I'll mention about those here in a bit. But yeah, let me go ahead, and it comes off just like the normal Switch Joy-Con, just with the little magnet push. So I'm going to take these off. And what's really cool is that you can put your regular Joy-Cons in here. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to take these off, and then see right here, right like that. And then this like this. And what's cool is that if I have these on it, it'll still fit as well. But yeah, regular ones fit on there. But that way, this can charge while it's on your Switch, or you can put it on here and charge it separately. But let me take these off. And here they are again. I'll let you get a closer look at these. This feels really smooth. It does have your RGB. It comes with a user manual. The main thing I use this for is how to pre-program the buttons on the back, how to change the RGB colors and things like that. And then we have the USB-A to USB-C cord, which is really nice. And then it does have the other D-pad buttons, kind of like how the Xbox Elite controller, but it feels a lot more plastic, but it's still nice. So we got this one right here. And then the one I use the most is honestly this one right here. It just feels easier, 100% which arrow you're pressing. Yeah, you know what, let's put this on the Switch real quick so you can see what it looks like. Normal sound as if it were the official one. And I'm gonna press A to get in. I was playing some Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, you can see the RGB. Hear the Zelda music. Some of the different lights. Now, something I see a lot of other reviewers talk about a lot, and I do agree, it's kind of annoying, this little light right here. But you can turn them off, which is really nice. Oop, you know what, let me just turn this off real quick. But it does fit real nice. I will say, like, it's not very wiggly. For some reason, I've seen this one be wiggly for other people, but I will also admit that most of the time I have one of these cases on my Switch. This is also part of the coupes. What's really nice is that this allows a MagSafe charger to go on it. You still have to plug it up USB-C, but you just get a small one. And it also fits in the regular dock. But if I put this on, like so, I don't know, it almost looks even nicer to me with this on. And since it fills that space right there, even if it was wiggly, it makes it less wiggly. So, which is really nice. But yeah, it just feels good in the hand. Simple talk, it feels awesome. I love how it feels. It's thick. It has a turbo button on it, has a chat button on it, a home button on it, another turbo over here. I mean, it's just nice. Now, I guess my one complaint, like I said, is I use the Switch 2 Pro controller quite a bit, and it has the buttons on the back that you can pre-program them. And what it is the buttons on here, the buttons on the back, and I haven't seen a lot of other YouTubers talk about this, is so the button back here, you can only program this button to be something on this side of the controller. So this can only be programmed as, you know, Y, X, A, B, or one of these buttons. And on this one, you can only program it to be something on this side of the controller. So I can't have the left Joy-Con back button be programmed to be one of these buttons over here, which I honestly find very annoying. And I hate that because I like to use on the Pro controller, like this one for like A, and then this one for like another button on this side. So that's one of the only annoying things I just kind of have to adjust. But like I said, guys, it feels really good. It has the different RGB colors. I will say that whenever it's plugged in the middle of the night, I do notice the lights come on periodically and flash for like 2 seconds. Maybe it happens like once every 40 minutes. And I guess it's just to like, once it gets fully charged, it turns off, and then maybe the battery goes down just a tiny bit, and then it like recharges itself. So I don't know, but they last a long time. I haven't had any issues with them, and honestly, I love them. So I'm going to be opening the Mobapad ones for the first time, and I'm going to compare the feel and everything else to it. Okay, so now we got the Mobapad M12S for the Switch 2. I got the white version just to have something different. This does have glide sticks, which I believe the Nixies don't have glide sticks. They still have Hall, and they're way better than these ones. But yeah, they got the mechanical buttons, 9-axis gyro like that one, and a power save mode. There's the back, but we'll also talk about this. But yeah, let's open this up. There we go. And then, oh, okay, so right here, just a thank you for choosing Mobapad little piece of paper. And then right here is the Mobapads themselves. Ooh, okay, a little plastic case here. We'll take a look at these, but let's look at everything else it came with real quick. So it looks like this one has a little user manual right here. Let me see if you can see that. Comes with a D-pad button as well, so that is cool. Your little user manual. It almost looks like a guitar pick. But yeah, I'll definitely look at this later. But let's get to the bread and the butter and open this up. So excited. Oh man, look at those. That's clean. Okay. Let's just get it out, and then I'm gonna hold both at the same time. Okay. So man, these feel different right away. It's definitely so much thinner. Okay. I mean, the grip is still good, but yeah, so much thinner than the Nixies. Okay. I'm just trying to take it all in. Oh, the lights are lighting up. Might be hard for y'all to see that. Okay. You know what? Let's just, buttons on the back. Same magnet. Let's just go ahead and put this on. Turn this on so y'all can see if it makes the same. Yeah, okay. All right. There we go. Now I do have the black case on right now. You know what? I'll take that off real quick. Hold on. Yeah. There it is. Right there. Okay. This feels so much lighter, but not in a bad way. Okay. Wow. Let me just let me click on the game real quick. Okay. Wow. These feel so much different. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna try. They almost feel like sturdier, even though they're more thin. They feel sturdy. And your hand, since it's more thin, I figured that my grip would be worse. Like it would be like the normal Joy-Cons, which I don't really like that much. But I'm actually digging it. Hold on, let me take one of these off and put this on. Maybe I can just do that. Okay. Yeah, it's so different. It's just a completely different feel. You can see if I turn this sideways, that this lines up with it more, or this pops out a little bit more. And see, you can charge this one separately, or this one you can't. Wow, such a different feel. Now let me just bring them side by side real quick. So here we go. The Nixie and the Mobapad. And look at the thin difference. Back right there. Yeah, that's something. Let's see how it feels. So this one with the extra button still feels natural. My thumb or my middle finger's naturally on it. This one. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I was convinced that I was gonna like the Nixies more, but I don't know, guys. It's hard to explain. Okay. Click, 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 click. This one just kind of, I don't know, rattles a bit more than this one. Like this feels like one piece is how I would explain it. I mean, it still has all the buttons and everything, but this feels like one cohesive, fluid piece. Or this feels like just kind of a big hunk that has everything you need in it. Like me. I don't know, guys. Let's try the different D-pad. Oh, wow. Right there. Let's put this one on it. How do you take it off? Oh, okay. So that's in there really good. I like that. And then let's put this one on it. Does it snap into place? Yeah, snaps into place. I mean, at the moment, guys, I'm leaning towards these. Let me kind of clear this out and y'all can see them all kind of next to each other. So we're all gonna do the left. We're gonna do the regular Joy-Con, the normal Switch 2 Joy-Con right here. So here's the normal. Still nice, gets the job done. I do have a little cover over this. Here's the Mobapad, the left, right here. Okay, here is the Nixie on the left. Such a thicker boy. And I'll hold this up next to this. Yeah, it's cool. You know, I was seeing that there is another third-party Joy-Con that connects natively. So I'm excited to eventually see about getting that one. I mean, this one just feels more firm, more steady. Like, this feels like it was made for it. And then these, I mean, it feels good. Let me explain it this way. I think, okay, this is how I'm going to put it. If I were to use the Hyperion Nixies, I would say I like these better by itself. Like if I were to get that middle attacher like this, I like this better separately than with this, where with the Mobapads, I feel like it works better on here. So let's put it this way. If you were to get these third-party Joy-Cons and you plan on having them separate from the Switch itself, I'd say get these. But if you were to have them on the Switch at all times, I kind of feel like the Mobapad is the way to go. I am pleasantly pleased by this. I could go over lots of other specs as far as how to change the turbo and this and that, but honestly, I figure most of y'all just want to know how it feels and how it looks. And honestly, I think I dig the Mobapad more. But honestly, like if you were to get these, I mean, they're still great. Like if I were to give them a rating, I'd say that this is like a 9.7 in how it feels. And these are like a 8.9 comparing. And of course, these are like a 5. They're just kind of like a whatever. Yeah, I think Mobapad is the clear winner for me. And the white one is just so dang slick. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all checking out the video and just doing the unboxing with me. Honestly, I'm glad I have both of these, you know. I'm honestly excited to just kind of switch them out in between, but overall I do feel like I like the Mobapad more at the moment. It just, I don't know, it's like, it feels like a hybrid between the regular Joy-Con and a third-party Joy-Con. Like I guess this feels like what the Joy-Con Pro should feel like, and it feels great. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I love interacting and engaging with you guys. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.